The Sixers' big three finally played a full game together. We're going to talk about how they looked. Also, my boy Tyrese Maxey got his first career triple-double, so we're definitely going to talk about that as well. But without further ado, here's the intro. What's going on, Cliffhangers? We are back with another video. We are still on the road to 1,000 subscribers before the end of December, so make sure you hit that like button, you hit that subscribe button down below. It is the month of December now, so we're trying to hit that goal. We are less than 150 subscribers away, so make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend. Also, become a part of Know the Gang. Hit that bell notification down below so you never miss a video. Get me to 100 likes on this video as well. Join the Discord. Link is in the description below. Also, we have something very special coming this week for all subscribers. It's going to be something dope that I've been trying to plan on doing for the last couple of months now for y'all, for everybody, just as a thank you to y'all. It's going to run it's going on for a little while. So, but make sure you subscribe, and more information on that will be coming out. But without further ado, let's get into everything. The Sixers' big three finally played a full game together, and they got the win, so we can now see what they're going to look like moving forward, what we can expect from this team. They beat the Chicago Bulls 108-100, and right off the bat, biggest news, Joel Embiid came back, and I'm not going to lie to y'all, he looked good. 31 points, 12 rebounds, 2 blocks, 4 assists. He was efficient from the field. I like that. I like everything that I saw from Joel Embiid. I was a little bit worried because when he came back in that game versus the Grizzlies, I believe, he looked really slow. Was that the Grizzlies where he returned? Whatever game he returned the first time this season, he looked slow. He looked lethargic. It looked like the knee was really bothering him. He looked unathletic. I thought he was washed. I thought our GOAT was cooked. But this game, the complete opposite, a complete 180. Like I said, the 31 points to 12 rebounds. Even at the beginning of the game, I was a little bit worried because what I saw from him was he just would not go in the paint for some reason. And he would only shoot jumpers. He was only taking long threes. And I was saying to myself, if this is the version that we're going to get of him just completely just shooting jumpers, ignoring the paint, just because he didn't want to put too much stress on the knee, he doesn't need to play. He just needs to sit out. But soon as I started thinking that, I think the next possession down, he goes in the paint, he gets an and one. I think he got in the paint again, he got a layup. But to me, it was just like, if you're returning and you know that you are a rhythm player like Joel Embiid is, and you need to try to get into a rhythm, just go get some easy ones. You're bigger, you're stronger than everybody else. Go make the game easier for yourself so you're not putting too much stress on, oh my God, I have to be this MVP caliber player. I have to hit all these tough shots. We've been struggling. No, go get some easy ones, get into a rhythm, get your teammates into a rhythm, make everything easier on everybody else so everybody else can focus on their game and their roles. And that's exactly what he did. Like I said, he looked quick, he looked athletic, he looked nimble. It looked like the knee wasn't bothering him, which it probably was at points in his game, but it looked like nothing. The knee wasn't bothering him. He looked healthy. He looked engaged. He wasn't doing all of the moping and the emotional stuff that he was doing earlier in the season, which I loved. He encouraged everybody on the team, and it opened up everything for everybody else. I was a little worried about his return because at this point, the Sixers have been playing good basketball, and they're not championship team or championship caliber basketball, but you could tell they're starting to learn how to play with each other with Paul George, Tyrese Maxey, Caleb Martin, Kelly Oubre, all those guys, the entire team, all the new guys, Gershon, all the new guys, they were all learning how to play with each other. And you can tell you started to see a rise up. Now they were kind of hitting the peak of that. And that was in the middle of Joel Embiid announced the Sixers announced hey, Joel is going to return soon. And my thought process was, I don't want him to come back at this point and he ruins the team, getting to learn each other, playing without him. And now when he does come back, they're going to have to learn how to play with Joel, and I thought that was just going to mess everything up. But complete opposite. It looked like they've been playing with Joel for a long time. Nobody missed a beat out there. The big three looked good. We'll talk about Tyrese Maxey, but Paul George even looked good, even though he only had 10 points in this game, or 12 points. What did Paul? Oh, even though he only had 12 points in this game, 7 rebounds. He was a good playmaker tonight. His gravity was everything. Like I said, even though he did only have those 12 points, it felt like he had about 18 or 20 just because of timely shots. Just him being Paul George and knowing where to be on the basketball court, what to do with the ball, what to do without the ball on the court, just helps the Sixers out so much. And everybody was finally in their roles. Kelly Oubre was great tonight, had double-digit rebounds. When Kelly Oubre is in that disruptor role, he's good. When he has to create and do everything that he has to do when Joel and Paul George are out, I don't like that Kelly Oubre, but that's not the Kelly Oubre that we need, or that's not the Kelly Oubre that we're depending on. So when Joel and these guys are healthy, he's in his more natural role of a disruptor. I'm just going to go out there, get a bunch of rebounds. We're going to play defense. I'm going to hit my open shots. That's exactly the Kelly Oubre that we got in this game versus the Bulls. He looked amazing. Now, Tyrese Maxey got his first career triple-double in this game. And I just want to put something out there. Like, he was playing bad over these past couple games. He was going through a rough stretch. But like I said in my previous video, Paul George and Joel Embiid comes back. He looks infinitely better. And like I said before, he was not playing like bad basketball, right? He was just missing his open shots. Other than that, he's committed defensively. He's one of the best perimeter defenders on the team. Tonight, getting rebounds. He had 10 rebounds. He had Tyrese, he had 25, 11, and 14. So he had 11 rebounds. The playmaking has always been there. Like I said in the previous video, he was making all the right reads. These guys just needed to knock down the shots, and they weren't. The Sixers were not a consistent enough three-point shooting team without Joel Embiid and Paul George on the court for these reads that Tyrese Maxey was making to actually matter. But now that you have these two guys on the court and their gravity and what they bring to the table off ball and on ball, it seemed like Tyrese had just, the world was just wide open. There was so much space on the court for all the Sixers to play with. And even the Joel Embiid and Tyrese Maxey two-man game is where he got most of his assists because he's so open. He even said it in his post-game conference, or his post-game presser. This was like the first time he has not been doubled off a screen in weeks, and he was so happy about that. He had so much space tonight, dropping into 25 points. He looked like the old Tyrese Maxey. His three ball still isn't quite there where we want it to be yet, and that's most likely, like I said, because of the weight that he put on. But other than that two-man game between him and Joel Embiid looked amazing. He was wide open a lot of times. Joel was wide open. And I just want to talk about the gravity of those three players. And I keep saying gravity because it is a real thing. The gravity of those three players, the defense can no longer lock in on just Tyrese Maxey or on just Paul George or Tyrese Maxey and Paul George. They have to focus and they have to lock in on Joel Embiid, Paul George, and Tyrese Maxey all at one time, and it's virtually impossible. Their rotations will have to be perfect, and even if they are perfect, all right, the Sixers are just going to say, all right, then we're just going to dot y'all one-on-one because now I got Paul George. He can go one-on-one with this defender. We got Joel Embiid. We got Tyrese Maxey, who are all great one-on-one players. So it's really virtually no way to stop them, and this is what we were promised in the offseason, a team that looks this good. They looked dominant yesterday, even though there was only an 8-point win. They led for a majority of that game by double digits. The Bulls had absolutely no shot, but you're starting to see everything come together for this Sixers team and what we were promising, the hopeful championship run that we were going to hope that they go on. They are still they're still 2 games out of the play-in. They're 5 games out of the 5 seed, so still time to save the season. And even somebody else who I did not talk about today, Jared McCain, looked amazing. The space that he provides out there for Joel, Tyrese, and Paul George, the spacing that he provides, I think they've only played 18 minutes together with those 4 on the court. And I think they have a plus 36 net rating. So hopefully that's something Nick Nurse sees and plays those guys on the court. But Jared McCain's spacing, his ability to just know where to be on the court, his relocation, his ability to knock down threes was just amazing for the Sixers, something that they're definitely going to need going forward. And I'm hyped. It looks like the season could be back on. As long as these guys stay healthy for a longer period of time, you can see the Sixers championship aspirations start to come together, because that's a damn good team that we just watched versus the Bulls. And now defenses can't just focus in on one Tyrese Maxey. You got to focus in on an MVP level player. You got to focus in on 2 All-Stars, 1 All-NBA player, 1 player with the potential to be All-NBA. Oh, and you got to worry about the Rookie of the Year. So, like, it's just, you can see everything come together with this roster, and you can see the championship. I'm just saying, we might be back. They look dominant. Hopefully, Joel can stay healthy for a longer period of time. Hopefully, Paul George stay healthy for a longer period of time, and we can start enjoying this Sixers season. But let me know what y'all think in the comments below. Are the Sixers back? Should they still tank? Let me know what you think. I'll holla at y'all.